Hey, welcome to K&D's Homestead. I'm Donna. Today I'm gathering tools and supplies because I'm ready to embark on the next stage of repairs in our house. This all has been long going and long awaited to do a lot of upgrades and changes. We've done our kitchen, we're doing our ceilings, and we have some repairs or I shouldn't say repairs. My cat Lucy, you always got to be where I'm at on the camera. Changes. They're not necessarily repairs, but just upgrades that we have been planning on doing. And since they finished my kitchen and I'm putting everything back in the permanent place that I want it to be, we're moving on to the rest of the house. And one of the most important places to me is my new pantry. Now, I actually have two pantries in the house, but they're a little inconvenient to me. And so I wanted to bring everything into one area. I have just off of one side of my kitchen. Lucy, please don't get up here. One side of my kitchen is a pantry area, but I have grown so much in all of my pantry needs that it's just not big enough for me. And I have an outside pantry as well that is a large room. Lucy, get down, please. Come on. Come on. Want to say hey to everybody? Say hey to everybody. Y'all, this is Lucy, one of my two cats. Okay, all right, get down. The outside pantry, I love that area, but it's not convenient for me to use on a daily basis. And I keep some things in there that I do need on a daily basis. And so I'm in and out of the house going after things. I've got two large freezers in there and two small freezers that are going to go in there that I've kind of had on my back porch. But I want to, like I said, bring everything into a more convenient area. So the plan is a new pantry inside. That's the next move that we're going to be doing. And I've got to do a lot of prep work for that. That room, it is a spare room that is just right off the kitchen doorway. Very convenient to the kitchen. Right now, it is my husband's office. Plenty of room, lots of room actually. And he is going to give that up and he is going to take on one of our spare bedrooms and let me have that bedroom to create a walk-in pantry. It is the size of a small bedroom. And what it is it's our kitchen, the kitchen doorway, a small half bath, and that pantry. It's just feet apart. So that's going to be really convenient to my kitchen. There's an area right there at the doorway that I already use for pots and pans and stuff like that. So it's going to be really convenient. And I'm so excited to get that room and call it my pantry. But what I have to do is we've got to get his stuff packed up and moved to the spare room. And then I have been saving cabinets and small tables that I have wanted for my dream pantry one day. I've been collecting them and now I get to use them. Plus we have several extra cabinets that match my kitchen cabinets that we had ordered. That's going to go in there as well, so it's going to all blend and look like part of the kitchen, if that makes any sense. My lower cabinets in the kitchen are black and my upper cabinets are a antique washed green, and so are those cabinets as well. I will have a shelf in there. I think it's called a baker's shelf. It's one of those metal racks. I use it right now for canned goods. That's going to go in there, and he's going to build some countertops in there as well, because that is where I want to put my blenders, my food processors, my food dehydrator, things that take space on my kitchen or counters. Now I want to declutter the kitchen, since I have a new kitchen, move everything in there, and it be a workspace. So if I need to use the dehydrator or the food processor, I'll be able to use them in there on the countertops that he's going to build. So that's really exciting. I also have a when my mother passed away last year, I was given her china cabinet, which she had tried to give to me several times prior to that. At the time, I did not have room for it, so I didn't take it, but now I have it. I've been holding on to that, and I'm going to, with her permission, because when we talked about it when she was alive, she knew what I wanted to do, I'm going to paint that. It is a brown wood. It's not a special wood, but it is a brown wood, and I'm going to paint that to match my kitchen. I have 2 refrigerators in my kitchen, and one of the refrigerators is going to move to the walk-in pantry, and I'm going to have space for the I'm pointing over here because that's where it's at, for her china cabinet. That will go in the kitchen in place of the second refrigerator, and that's where I'm going to house all of, I've got some of her china, I have some china of my own, so there'll be a few pieces in there, but it's going to hold my everyday dinnerware, so that it will be, easy grab, quick grab to get the dishes that I need. It's a 2-piece unit, and I'm going to begin this week on sanding and painting that, and I will show that to you in just a minute. The next area that I've got to start doing is myself. I'm going to be doing a lot of painting. I have a big bay window in my kitchen that is brown wood. Everything else, trim in the kitchen, is white. I'm going to be painting that bay window area and the seat in it. I'm going to be painting that. And then when they did repairs in the kitchen and put down new flooring, they, it's just the nature of the work that had to be done. They had to pull up the shoe molding and the baseboard to put the new flooring down, and when they put all of that back, they were going to paint. But I said, no, I'd rather paint it myself, because I'm using one type of paint throughout the whole house, and I wanted it to match. And they were just going to use just a plain Jane white, and that's not what I wanted. So I've got to touch up some places. I've got to repaint, actually, the baseboard and the shoe molding that's at the floor. And then I've got some corners on some walls and cabinets that's got to be touched up. Things get dinged up and scratched when you are doing remodels and repairs, so I've got a lot of painting in the kitchen to do. That is trim pieces. I'm getting my supplies gathered for that. I've got some painting to do in the old pantry. I'm still going to be using that, but I'm not going to be using it to hold all of my canned goods that I have canned, and that's and my homemade spices and mixes. I'm going to move those into the new pantry, but there are some areas in there that I've got to paint and touch up as well. So I've got a lot of little Donna projects that's now on the front burner that I've got to get started in to follow along with the rest of the repairs that we've been doing in the house. We bought this house 12 years ago, just been here 12 years, and we have done a lot of work through the years to make it our own. It was not it was move-in ready, but I considered it a fixer-upper because it didn't have the personal touch that I wanted. And we've been doing little by little over the last 12 years, but now we're doing the final push to get everything done that we want done, because really if you think about it, a month here, a few months there, over the course of 12 years, that is a lot of work and repairs and living around construction. And I'm ready to wind all of this down. I'm ready to finish whatever we want done in this house. We're ready to, make it all happen in what I consider the final stage. So, when I start on my my mother's china cabinet, I'm going to do a video on that. I may do some video on some of the painting, but y'all probably don't, nobody likes watching painting, right? But I'm definitely going to be doing a video on the changes that's going to come to my new pantry. And if it wasn't such a mess, I would show you right now. But my husband, his office, his business material is in there with documents and paperwork and all of his business stuff, plus boxes of things we've been packing up. So it's not pretty to look at. So I don't want to show you just yet, but I will be showing soon when we get him packed up and rolled into his new area. Then I will show you the empty room, and I will video from start to finish how that room comes along with all the changes. And it's going to have a lot of changes. It's going to hold a refrigerator, countertops that will be workstations, and it will hold some cabinets on the wall, some shelving, and some storage. And I will put probably 95% of all of my pantry stuff in that room. It will hold my home canned goods, regular canned goods, grocery items, my food storage, and I have a lot of that. I store a lot of bulk stuff in 5-gallon buckets and large canning jars because I seal up a lot of stuff. It will hold all of my gadgets for cooking and baking and stuff like that. I've got several food processors, mixers, blenders, the dehydrator. It's going to hold a lot, but it's going to be capable of holding a lot, more than what my normal pantry holds, which that's not small by any means, but I've just outgrown it. And I want to expand to where when I walk in, I can see what's on the everything organized. I can see where everything is, and all of the stuff that junks up your counters in your kitchen that you use regularly, but you just don't need it in the right in the workspace. That's going to all be in there so that I can use it in there. I'm probably even going to put my coffee maker in there and use it in there so that I can free up some counter space in my kitchen. But a lot of new stuff coming up, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. And as I go through these stages, like the painting of certain things, the china cabinet that I'm going to be working on, the new pantry, and some painting in some other rooms. These are all projects that I'm going to begin starting this coming week. And, this is the time that I wanted to do it because the garden has, wound down, not going to have too much to do. Everything is going to be kind of, just preserved in the greenhouse. It's going to start getting cold, and all of my indoor projects, this is the time that I want to gear up and start on it. Plus I've got some canning projects coming up that I mentioned in this last video, so I'll be doing those as well. But I wanted to come to you and let you know what is in the very near future, what is to come, what to expect from my videos and my channel. So let me turn this around and I will show you the china cabinet that I'm going to start on. That is my very next thing to start. And I'll probably be multitasking that while doing some of the other projects as well, because this is going to take a little while. First, I've got to, my husband got me some, a cleaning chemical that's going to clean all of the years worth of whatever off of the wood and get it down to a very clean wood so that I can lightly sand the wood. And it's kind of just, you know, prepping everything for painting so that it will receive the paint well. But I'm going to start that this week, and let me turn you around and I'll show you what that looks like. This is the top section that will sit on the hutch, or the bottom hutch itself. This will hold the plates. It's not super fancy, but it's meaningful to me because it was my mother's and she loved it. And it has glass shelves inside, and it has a light up in the top, 2 doors that open. I'm in a crowded area right here, so I can't show it in its entirety in one. There's Lucy. She's got to check everything out, but we have this section taken off of the bottom hutch, the bottom cabinet, so that I can work on it. All right, Lucy, get out. I will have to take the glass shelves out, but the inside of this is going to be the same green color that my cabinets in the kitchen are, and the bottom hut, or the wood, the outside and the bottom will be solid black. There is a, these are glass doors, but there's a wire grate on here, and I need to take the grate off and scrub that really good, clean it up. Yes, hey baby. Hey baby. You got to check everything out, don't you? And I will have to clean up the knobs and the hinges. I don't know how old this is, but there is a lot of, you know, dirt, dust, grime buildup on the wood itself. Move, baby. Let me close the door. See if I can step back and get a wider view. It's not a huge cabinet, but it's a good size for me. This is a hutch here that will be going in my pantry as well. I actually keep a lot of containers and some cookware in this. I keep crock pots and things in there. Excuse me. That will be in the new pantry as well. And then this is the bottom piece to the hutch, to the china cabinet, I mean, to the cabinet. That's the bottom section, and the 2 side doors open. I think the middle, this is stationary. Yeah. So it just has 2 wooden shelves in there. It's super heavy. We had to put it on sliders to get it in here and to move it around. But this is the new project coming up for me while other projects are going on by my husband and the contractor who's doing a lot of work in here. So that is the pieces of the cabinet that I'm going to be working on. It's going to be a pretty big project for me, but I'm looking forward to it. And this is going to house my plates and bowls, some of our everyday dishes, not cookware, but just dishes. I want to be able to have all my dishes in one area, because right now I have bowls in this area, plates in this area, large dinner plates, and I have small dinner plates in another area, and we use all three for, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I want to bring all of my eating plates, soups and plates and bowls and things like that, all into one area. And while this is meant to hold your china, and it will, but there's a lot of china. My personal china is stuff we use every day. I'm not a believer in collecting china and putting on the shelf to collect dust. We actually use our china, and I have my own china. I have china from my mother, I have china from my grandmother, and china from my husband's mother. And we have select pieces out of all of those sets that we use on an everyday basis, because I feel like, we both feel like we're not honoring them if we're not using it. What good is having beautiful plates and dishes if they're just going to be on a top shelf somewhere collecting dust? So we do use it. We're careful, and we do use our china. So that is what this cabinet is going to hold, is some of our china that we use every day. This area right here is the area I consider my pantry for right now. It holds just a mix of everything, you name it, if you use it in your kitchen. Plus it holds not all, but a lot of my everyday go-to canned goods, canning items. And it holds all of my spices and mixes that I have made and I have jarred up. There's a counter and cabinets in here as well. It holds the air fryer, it holds the microwave, it holds the dehydrator. It has too much. It's just crowded. And then in this cabinet here, or this is a closet. This is where I have my groceries for right now. And it's kind of messy, not organized. Please don't hate on me for that, because I normally do keep it quite organized. But this area leads, it's like it's in the kitchen. But it's just too much. It's crowded, and I don't like that. This rack will go in the new pantry. Boy, I wish I could show you the room. I'm really excited, but I'd rather you see the room empty after we get it emptied out from my husband's business stuff, and he's not too keen on me showing his business stuff anyways. But as soon as it's empty, then I'm going to bring you in, and we'll have total access to start. I'm going to be starting with just a blank canvas. And since it's just going to be a blank room, I get to make it how I want it. And my husband's going to help me do that. I'm just going to, say I want this and this and this, and he's going to be the muscle behind putting it all in there. And so I will be bringing that to you step by step. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm very excited about it, and I wanted to share that with you. And hopefully you're excited for me, because this is going to be the nicest kitchen / pantry area that I've ever had. And it's been a long time in the making. Okay, well, that was just an update I wanted to bring to you. I know that I'm not really bringing a how-to or showing anything that I'm doing right now. It's just basically an update on what is coming starting next week with the projects that I've got on the burner. So I will end this video by saying thank you for watching. If you are new here to my channel, I hope you will subscribe. I hope all of you will hit the like button, and I hope you will come back and follow all of the new videos coming with my personal projects that I've got on the burner. Until then, I say to you, thanks for watching. Please come back, and y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.